Hi all, welcome back to my channel Q Warrior, and here we only discuss the interview question that is asked in the testing interviews. And if you are new to this channel, so it's very important to subscribe and also press the bell icon to get notification about the latest uploaded videos. And today we are going to see another important topic, and it's very important to watch this video till the end. So let's begin. So today's topic is test lab in the HPALM. So once the test design is completed, test execution will take place with the help of the test lab module. So first phase is that you will get the requirement, second you will design the test case, and then you will execute the test case in the test lab. One common term you will come across in HPLM in the test set module of test lab. Okay, so you can understand this way that this test lab is your laboratory where the test set is your pipettes and funnels and the beakers that are the equipment that you generally use to perform the experiment in the chemistry lab. So here you will put the chemicals to perform the reaction. So chemicals is nothing, it is your test cases that you pull from the test plan. So test plan you can consider a repository where all the chemicals are stored, all the test cases are stored. Okay, so test set is in fact a collection of test cases that we intend to execute, and test cases from the test plan module are called into the test lab module. So first you write the test cases into the test plan, and then you pull all the test cases from the test plan that is intended to be executed into the test lab into the test set. Changes done to the test cases in the test lab module do not affect the parent test cases in the test plan module, and you are free to experiment, hence it is called as the test lab. Okay, now it is better to give the test set name same as that of the module name, so that all the tests within the module are contained in same test set, which would be easy to execute and track. Okay, and each test set folder is assigned to a particular cycle. This enable you to test together the group of test cases that will be executed in a particular cycle. Also, this module help user to track the progress of the cycle as the test cases are executed. Now, here in the HPLM workflow, we are concerned about the requirement specification, then comes the test planning, and then comes the test execution. So in this video we are dealing about the test execution. Okay, now how to create a test set. So the first step is that you have to create a root folder for having the test set, and also we can name it in line with the release and cycle so that it is easy to track. Okay, we will see in the diagram. Okay, so for that you have to go to the test lab module under the testing tab, and then you have to create a test folder by clicking on the new folder icon. Once you will click on the new folder icon, the new folder icon dialog box will open. There you have to enter the name of the folder, and then you can click on the OK button. So it happens something like this. First you have to come here in the test lab, then you have to click on the new folder icon, then the new folder pop-up will open where you have to give the name with the release name and the cycle name, and then you have to click on the OK button. Once you click on the OK button, the test and folder will be created and which will be shown below. So once you have created the test folder, this cycle means the circle you are seeing, it will not appear unless and until you select and assign a cycle to this folder. So for this you have to select a cycle from this drop down. Okay, now select the created folder and assign cycle to it, which means that the entire set would be executed for cycle 1. So as I have assigned the cycle 1 to this folder, so all the test cases will be executed for this cycle. Okay, now you have to enter the name of the test set and click on OK. the target cycle field is disabled as the target cycle is selected at the folder level. So for that, what you have to do is that you have to click here on the test set button. Okay, once you click on the test set button, a uh, new test set dialog box will open where you have to enter the name of the test set. Okay, I think only this is the required field that you have to populate and click on the OK button. Then your test set will be created. After creating the test set, you need to select the test and add it to the test set. So you can understand with the help of example that now when you are asked to perform any experiment, you have collected all the beakers, pipette and funnel, but you don't have any chemicals. So for getting the chemical, you have to take the chemical from the storeroom of the chemistry lab. Okay, so that is the test plan. Okay, now click on the select test set. Once you will click on the select test set, navigate to the execution grid, and then you have to click on the select test button, and then select the test that you want to execute in this cycle, and click on the arrow button to pull the test case. Now you will see how this actually happens. So now once you have clicked on the login, and then you have to go to the execution grid. Once you are on the execution grid, you will find a button here, select test. Once you click on the select test, a dialog box will open where the test plan tree will appear. It will have all the test cases which you have written for different modules, like there are test cases for account module, there are test cases for bank operation module, customer module, login module. So here we are executing the test case on module. We'll just click on this folder and it will expand all your test cases. Then you can select all the test cases and directly click on the arrow button to pull all the test cases. Also what you can do, you can just click on this login button and directly drag and drop this folder. What it will do, it will directly pull all the test cases inside this folder to the test set. Okay, now the selected tests are added to the test set. In this case we have selected all three configuration, hence we can find 3 instances of login test. So here what we did, that we pulled all the test cases from the login module. Now repeat the above steps to create more test set, and you can add the test cases to your test set. Okay, now how to execute the tests? Once you have created the test set and pulled the test cases, now your test set is ready for execution. For that you have the option of run and run test set. So run test set, what it will do, it will allow you to execute all the tests in a selected test set, but run, it will help you to execute one test case at a time. Now let's understand. So what you do, what you have done, that you have clicked on the login button. As soon as you will click on the run button, only the test case that is selected here, that is the empty username. So first what you have to do, you have to select here and then click on the run tab, then it will run only one test case. If you have clicked on the run test set, then it will open a pop-up where it will ask you to manually or automatically run the test case. Okay, you will see in this video. Okay, now let us execute the entire test suite of the login module by selecting the run test set. Once you click on the run test set, you will see 2 options, manual runner and automatic runner. So manual runner, what it will do, the order of the test displayed during the execution would be as that of the order that is displayed in the test set grid. Okay, and in the automatic runner, the order of the test displayed during the execution would be shown as that of the order set in the execution flow tab. Okay, now let me show you. Once you have hit the run test set, you will see a pop-up something like this. Now you have to just click on the manual runner and click on OK. Once you have done this, a pop-up will open that that will look similar to the one that opens from the run test. Okay, now here there is one shortcut that I will tell you, that for example, if there are 3 or 4 test cases in the test set, so what you have to do, you have to press Control R A Q. So you have to press this button as many times the test cases are present. So for example, there are 3 or 4 test cases, then you have to repeat Control RAQ for the 4th time. So what it will do, it will execute all your test case in one go. Okay. Now once the manual test runner is displayed, it will show you the following features: begin run, end run, cancel run, attachment, new defect, OS info, run name. Okay. Now let's see how it looks. So once you have clicked on the manual runner, it will show begin run, end run, cancel run. This is the attachment, this is defect, this is OS info. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to click on the begin run button. Once you have clicked on the begin run button, you will see step numbers, description of the selected step, and the expected result. So once you have clicked here, you will see something like this. Okay, now this is the button to add a step to this test case. This is the button to delete a step to the test case. To pass all the test case in one go, you can do that. For that, you have to select Control A. It will pass all the steps. This is to fill the step. This is to add the attachment. This is for parameter. This is for the defects. Once you have selected the steps or selected the status as passed, then to stop the run, you have to click here, or you can press the button Control Q. It will stop the execution. Okay. Now the next step in the test set will be displayed to the user. So now once you have completed the execution of the first test case, the second test case will appear here. Okay, again you will see the similar screen like begin run. Once you will click on the begin run, again you will see this screen where you will see the step name, step number, and the status, execution. So here you can use the shortcut, like if you are on this screen, if you are on this screen, you can just press Control R A Q. Control R will begin the run, Control A will pass all the steps, Control Q will stop the execution, means it will end your run. Once the execution is ended, then only it will show as pass in your test set. Okay. Now let's see how to analyze the test result. So to analyze the test result, you have to go to the test runs module, which you can find just under the test lab. Okay. So for that, you have to go to the test run in the testing tab, and here all the test run name has a unique value that is automatically generated, and status you can find for the test execution. Also, once clicking on the run ID, you will be able to see the test reports. Okay. Now let's see. Inside the testing tab, you can find the test runs here. Okay, and your test run has a run ID attached to it. So once you will click on this test run ID, and here is the status of all the test cases that you have passed and failed. Okay, on clicking on this run ID, you will be navigated to the report tab, and you will see all the run details. Also, let me show you. Once you have clicked on the run ID, you will see the report something like this, where you can see all the steps, like step 1 that is passed, step 2 that is passed, step 3 it is passed. It's not like that you have to pass all the steps For example, if you are executing any test case and if you feel that the step 2 is, so when you are on the step 2, you can fill that particular step and click on the end run, because it doesn't make sense to execute any other step once the previous test step has failed. So once the test step has failed, just click on the end run and your test case will be failed. No need to verify the upcoming steps. Okay. So now let's summarize that you will use the test lab module in the quality center to execute your test cases. Before you begin execution, you need to create a test set tree, and to create a test set tree, you need to create a test set folder. What do you mean by test set tree? Like, you have to first create a test set folder. Inside that, you will create the test sets for the different modules. Now you will add test created in the test plan module to your test set folder and execute it. So that's all in this video, and we will see most interesting and important topics in the upcoming videos. So please subscribe to my channel, like the videos, and also comment down on the video if you have any query, and thank you for watching.